Welcome to the Lead Her Radio Show, where up is in and women are on the rise. Featuring your host, Kim Boudreaux-Smith, business consultant and strategist, speaker, and international best-selling author. Kim supports women entrepreneurs in becoming top producers in their business. Kim's guests will be sharing business strategies and how to overcome obstacles and achieve true success. And now, here's your host, Kim Boudreaux-Smith.
Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Welcome to Bold Biz Tips Thursday. And I'm in my studio here, and every time I hear that Aerosmith song, just makes me want to bop, bop, bop. And I'll tell you what, it's cold out here in Michigan, so I need to be moving. Anyways, welcome. I've got a pinch hitter guest. What's a pinch hitter guest? It's someone stepping in for the next 30 minutes at the last minute because my current guest is having major storms and internet issues down where she is at. So Stacy Walker, I'll give you a quick shout out for her, but we'll reschedule her and she'll come back on. But yay to my colleague, biz partner, friend, Kate Gardner, who is stepping in. But before I bring her out of my pretty green room real quickly, this is Kim Boudreaux-Smith, broadcasting live from Bold Radio Station. Oh, go check out my website, www.boldradiostation.com. You can also get in touch with me at kimb.smith.com as well. If you are interested in hosting your own radio show, go ahead and go to either site, fill out the contact page, and let me know. Also, Bold is Beautiful, Breakthrough to Business Strategies will be coming out May 2nd. I am currently looking for co-authors, so reach out for me there as well. So enough of the housekeeping, because we only have time for a 30-minute show today. And I want to bring out of my pretty, pretty green room, Miss Kate Gardner. Yay, welcome, Kate.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, Kate? First of all, thanks for stepping in at the last minute. So,
my pleasure.
What I'd like to do is, first of all, let everyone know, you and I, for about a quick 30 minutes, we're going to talk about 2014 in visibility. In other words, around marketing for women entrepreneurs, or just entrepreneurs in general. I go gender biased because I work with women, and I know you do a lot of work with women as well. But I don't have your bio here in front of me because, again, we're pinch hitting. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself, please.
I am a #1 best-selling author. I am an empowerment leader coach. I teach women how to be empowerment leaders in their field. I'm a web designer, and I provide services and marketing tools for small business owners and online business owners.
Yeah, you do a lot.
I do. It's hard to get it squished down, and when I do actually compress it, I put it on my business card as empowering women globally.
Yeah.
Just 3 words.
You know what? Okay, well, gosh, Kate, there's a segue. Let's segue right on into this. And I love the words. It's hard to squish this down because when I talk to women, and I know, because we've had conversations, I know you go through this too. So when I talk to women, I don't go out and do a lot of networking physically here in my backyard, but I used to. Or when I talk to women on the phone, first thing I do is I always ask them, what is it that you are currently doing? And they want to go into a long dissertation, and that's a no-no. So that you're a good example of here's what I do, but I squish it down. So let's talk a little bit about that. How can someone take and, excuse me, no pun intended, what they do and take it into a 30-second elevator pitch or ride or whatever word you want to use?
The elevator pitch. The elevator pitch, really why it's called the elevator pitch is because when you're in an elevator, you've got around 60 seconds from the floor that you're on to hit the bottom. So if you're at the top of the building, you've got 60 seconds to impress somebody who you are stood next to. Now, if that person turns to you and says, what do you do for a living? You have got 60 seconds to impress this person and maybe get all the information that you possibly can in there about the services that you provide. And you don't really want to tell them what you do. You want to tell this person what you can do for them. So basically, you sell yourself in that first 60 seconds. And how do you do that? well, you turn it round and tell them what service you provide and how you're going to help them. So with mine, yes, I am an empowerment lady coach. Yes, I do transform lives. I do help women with their personal transformations and their journeys and their businesses, and I'm a web designer. But I have to compact that right down because my main mission is to empower women, to transform them, to transform their lives, to transform their businesses, to give them the tools necessary to go from where they are to where they want to be, and to be that person inside as well. Because we know that running a business online, you have to run it from within.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Kate. All right, so I'm going to back up here for a second, but I'm also going to reiterate something you just said. I hear from women as well is, I have these big, huge visions and these great ideas. I just am not focused. And something, I believe it's not a lack of focus. I believe that when we're entrepreneurs and we vision so largely, it's hard to, it's like, Kate, I'm bringing you over to my house for Thanksgiving and I hand you the whole turkey and say, okay, eat it. Well, you're not going to eat it all in one bite. We're going to carve it and do bite-sized pieces. I think a lot of people have a hard time coming back to doing the steps to get to your destination. So that was one thing that you just said. So, but what biz tip strategy suggestion, just one little suggestion that someone could take away with from today to begin on working on squishing, as you put it, compiling down to their 30 to 60 second ride, that elevator ride.
That elevator pitch. Basically, tell that person what you can do for them. For an example, a lot of people make this mistake. I see this time and time and time again, where they don't think about the service they can provide. They're just talking about themselves. And, I'm this and I'm that, and I do this and I do that. The customer doesn't want to know that. The customer wants to know what you're going to do for them.
Yes.
You tell them what you're going to do for them. How are you going to make their life easier? How are you going to get them, how's your service going to provide them with everything they need to get from where they are to where they want to be? So, for instance, you can use this in your domain names. Instead of saying, www.myname.com, tell them what you're going to do. So www.getmoreclients.com, something like that, something so easy and simple, and all these little tweaks. It's a way of marketing yourself by telling the solution in your marketing. And if you do this, you're going to attract exactly the client that you want.
I like that. And that's a great example of that domain, getmoreclients.com. So, one of the things that if someone's listening going, okay, all right, how do I begin to narrow down to 30 to 60 seconds? And I'm going to stay with 60 seconds. I'll just pick a number so I'm not confusing people. So you can, if here's my suggestion, because I'm a big visual person, as you know, and I'm very visual. I will take a large Post-it or my dry erase board, and I will write out the things that it is that I do, that I do in my business. And I'll look at that for a while, and then I take the words and I start scrunching things down. And it's like you said, you are, what did you say? You work with women to become empowered leaders. I'm sorry, I'm paraphrasing there a little bit. I threw some words in there. I don't mean to, and change up and insult. But so in other words, if you are a strategizing coach or consultant or whatever words, and you do, who's ever listening out there, and let's say one of your niches or your main thing is helping people get more clients, then it's squished down to saying, hi, my name is Kim Boudreaux Smith. Well, what do you do for a living, Kim Boudreaux Smith? And now remember, we're riding the elevators here. And it's like, well, I work with people and I help them get more clients to generate more revenue. Boom. Boom. So my suggestion is take some Post-it notes, write a bunch of things out, look at it, walk by it, and then start working on bringing it around like that. And just be and then you're going to have to practice it, because that's what I did. I don't know, Kate, if that's what you did, but once I landed my elevator pitch, I had to walk around the house for a week and I really practiced it so that I know it like I know how to brush my teeth. You're wearing it. You're wearing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to practice mine. It's not something that comes to you easily. You have to look at all the things that you are, write them all down in front of you so that you can visually see them and say, how could I compact this into one hook? Because they call it a hook. The phrase is called a hook. Now, the reason it's called a hook is because you want to hook them. Because when you've said that one phrase, you want that person to go, oh, really? What does that entail? You want that. So you have to narrow it down. This is your chance to shine. This is your hook. Now, if you just say, oh, well, I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm that, you're going to lose interest straight away. Just like when someone lands on your website, you have 3 to 7 seconds to impress them. What are you going to impress them with?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You've got to catch them fast. And it's the same thing with riding the elevator. And leave some curiosity. Excuse me. I told myself early on in this interview I was not going to cough because I've been coughing quite a lot these last couple of weeks. You want to leave some curiosity. Leave some curiosity with that elevator pitch. And if you feel that when you evolve to it and you still got to add explanation above and beyond after the elevator doors have opened and the person has walked off and closed and you still feel you need to explain, you have not landed it and you are not clear within yourself. There's no other way around that one.
No, don't feel like you need to justify yourself. If you're justifying yourself, you're showing weakness because you're showing that you have to explain yourself more and more and more. And the more you see somebody justifying themselves, you know that it's a weakness, and you have to be careful with your weaknesses. Don't give them away to the world.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk about visibility because we've got about another 18 minutes left because I know you have to run. So let's talk a little bit about visibility for 2014. This is the third. What are we? The third? Are we the third, fourth week into January here? January is a little bit of a longer month, and I'm seeing people run. Their feet are not on the ground. People are spinning and they're like running because it's the first quarter of the year. It's a new year and I got blah, blah, blah. Really got to do all sorts of stuff. So let's talk about let's choose one thing that can help ramp up a person's business through visibility, through a marketing tool. And I'm going to let you choose what tool you would like to talk about.
It has to be a book for the real solid in your hand tool. It has to be a book. And for visual on the online world, you have to have a show of some sort. You have to have a show, and that has to be TV, radio, so that people can hear you or visualize you, because you have to stay visual. If you want to build your international platform, you've got to stay visual to the world, or they've got to hear you. They've got to have something there constantly in their face every week so that they never forget you. Because if you go out of touch and you just let it go, well, people will forget about you. That's it, gone. So you've got to keep persistent and you've got to keep in people's faces as you would to, keep there and really use the power of social media, because it's amazing. It is phenomenal. Over 800 people use Facebook a day. So why are we not using this when it's completely free?
Okay, so what I hear from you, you know what? I'm going to make a commitment this year that you and I don't want to bring you into that commitment. I'm going to make a commitment for myself that I'm going to become so redundant on three legs of marketing and visibility for 2014 for the business owner, especially women business owners, but for the business owner. And that is what I hear you say. Number one is a really good, pretty looking, nice site and by the website. And everybody, we are in the 21st century, and technology is technology. And if you do not have a website, you are not serious about your business. And I don't care if you are wherever you are at. The first thing I always get asked is, do you have a website? Whether they go and look for it or not, people ask for that. My husband came home a couple weeks ago and he goes, oh yeah. He goes, when I'm getting ready to go see a new client, a potential client, or if someone's coming to see him, to possibly recruit him or sell him something. He goes, I always look at their website. And Kate, I was taken aback that my husband did that. I went, you do? Because he's in a business where it's all word of mouth and it's right here in our backyard. He's been in his business for 30 years. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, I want to see when the last time they've updated their website. I want to see what it is that they're offering on their website. And it's just a little something. I want to see how serious that person is and what's going on with them. So, listen, Mr. Insurance Man said that to me. I was like, woo, okay. So I hear you saying website.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a believer, if you don't have a website and you're a business owner, you better be in the midst of building that website and get that out there, number one. Number two, I hear you say radio/TV show, so some sort of a media platform. And number three, books, which is what you and I are passionately involved in, are these books. And that's the three prongs to a three-pronged stool. You don't need any more prongs on your stool. If you have three prongs to your stool and you sit, you will not fall. And don't forget about social media, which weaves into those three prongs, and that is free.
Yeah, it's so important to have a professional website, because your website tells people exactly what is projecting from you, because your personality is all over that page. So if you can't be bothered to update your website, nobody's going to want to work with you. If you have so much screwed all over your website in all different places, you're confusing your customer. They're going to leave straight away. If you have a nice, simple, very good looking professional website, people will be enticed into you and they will want to stay and they want to read all about you. It's all about confusion. You have to sit there and ask yourself, now if I was a customer, would I be able to understand this clear and precise of what this person is selling, or would I be confused?
Yeah, and don't, by the way, everybody, little FYI, please don't give your whole bag of tricks away on your website. The website is a marketing tool, just like the book is a marketing tool, just like a radio TV station is a marketing tool. And listen, between Kate and I today, within this 30-minute live radio show, there's a lot of enriched content coming out of this, but we're not giving everything away. First of all, number one, we don't want to overwhelm you, and number two, you just don't give everything away. So please don't do that. I see some of these websites, Kate, and I was very guilty of this at one time. That home page, it goes on and on and on. I want to tell you something, everybody. People do not read all of that.
No, they do not. If you have plenty of video or plenty of embedded radio shows like you do, Kim, it's easy for them just to click one button and watch you or listen to you.
Yeah.
But it says pages upon pages upon pages of content. I don't have time to read that. So if I'm only one of how many billion people don't have time to read that?
Mm-hmm. I know. I agree with you. It's, keep it simple, everybody. Maybe that could be a theme for 2014 with your visibility and marketing is, keep it simple, And again, those are the three legs to the three-legged stool, because a stool only does have three legs. That's all we need. That doesn't mean you don't offer your workshop, which, that's one of the things that Kate is doing. It doesn't mean you cannot go after your target audience in your backyard and go to a luncheon or a dinner or a breakfast or whatever those networking groups do. But if you think that just doing that is going to help you, no, it will not. You need these three meaty pieces, and then you can add, it's like the cake. You need the main ingredients of the cake. Then you can put the icing on it.
Yep, and it's so quick to do. It's so possible and it's so fast to do. I mean, you could be in a book project, you could have a professional website, and you could be up and running with all in the matter of 3 or 4 months. You've got it all in the palm of your hands, and then you build upon that. So, everything can shift so quick, but it takes you to take the first action step to do it.
Yes, absolutely. And also, too, everybody out there listening, when you implement these three major legs of your sitting stool here, of your seat, don't expect that stuff to come and draw business into you. Yes, it puts you out there, but you also have to massage it and work it as well. So don't just say, okay, I supplied a chapter to an anthology, now where's my clients? I'm sorry, that you are not being proactive, and you are still waiting for the extrinsic, the exterior things to come to you. You still have to work it.
Yeah, you sure do. You have to do the work, as Stephen Pressfield says. You have to do the work, and it's a continuous, ongoing thing. You have to keep driving it, and the results do eventually pay off. Of course they do, but without you, and without your hard work, and without your action, it will not all come together.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know what? And I was just thinking, gosh, that could be a whole other show where maybe myself, you, and one or two other women business owners can get on there, and we can do the work, because I'm starting to hear this year a lot of people have forget the rosy colored glasses. I mean, they're pretty rose covered with the fact that they think they can launch a business this month and they're going to be up and running, by the end of February. It's, you know what, I wish that could be true, but it does take some time. It takes some investing within yourself as well as the business, and some work. But gosh, maybe we should do the work type show.
Yeah, definitely. And also your attitude is an extreme important thing. You have to check in with yourself and make sure how you're putting yourself out there in the world, because if you're not putting yourself out in the right way, it will have the wrong effect. So you've always got to check in with yourself and say, what am I doing? Is it the right? How would I feel if I was treating myself this way? So treat people how you would want to be treated, because I do see a lot where people do have this attitude where it's kind of like, it just shows the inexperience projects out of people. So do check in with yourself.
Yeah,
it's so important.
I agree with you, Kate. And also too, make sure that you've got a follow through or follow up system set into place. Because I have people reach out to me and say, can I have a phone call with you? Or if they're here in my backyard, can we go to lunch? And then they don't follow through. It's like, please don't impose if you're not even going to follow through. I mean, that you're asking for someone's time, and it's my choice to say yes or no, or, when I can fit you into my calendar, then don't not just drop that. Follow through and say, oh, thank you very much. That won't work. Or, things have changed, or, what, that will work. But when you're reaching out and asking for help, which I'm a big promoter of, don't drop the ball.
Because that is just projecting your attitude of your commitment and how you would commit to things. So, yeah, it's all about attitude. You've got to show up in the world how you would want to be treated.
Yes, absolutely. So, again, really quickly, because I know you've got to run, Kate, and before we take off here, I'm going to stay on the air for a couple of minutes longer than you and do some of my housekeeping. Could you please let everyone know how they can get in touch with you?
Yeah, sure. My main website is www.the-missing-piece.net, and also my website, building website address is www.buildmeawordpresswebsite.com.
I love the name of that. Kate, thanks for pinch hitting today. That was fun. This is fun talking about 2014 and visibility. But I think we need to schedule a show and do the do the work. I'm really liking that. I really do. I think it'll help people not feel so all alone and unsure and lost.
Oh gosh, yes. How many times have I felt like that in the past? In 2.5 years ago, I felt exactly the same, because when you're working from home, you're alone, and you feel alone, you feel isolated, and you wish to connect with people, and you wish to surround that village around you. So let's do it, because it will be so helpful.
Yeah, I'm excited. Excuse me, I've got a cough drop thing in my mouth, and I'm trying to talk and keep that back so I don't cough in everyone's listening ears today. So That kind of caught me there. See, oh, so Kate, thanks so much. Go ahead and run on with your day. I appreciate you stepping in. It's always fun talking with you. I know you're a few hours ahead of me over there in London, over there in Europe there. So go make it a great evening. I think it's getting close to dinner time for you.
Yes, it is. I have one last call and then that's me done for the evening.
Yeah, there you go. So enjoy your one last call, enjoy your dinner, and enjoy your evening. We're just getting started over here in Eastern Standard Time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, take care. Go make it a great day.
Bye.
Bye, Kate. Hey, everybody. It was Kate Gardner. You've got her website. Again, I want to give a shout out, if I may, Stacy Walker. You can find her on Facebook, STACIE, Stacy Walker. She is, I hope, not tearing her hair out because they are in the middle of the storm and the internet and technology and all that was out. And that's why she could not step on. Hey, it happens, right? I just have the attitude. I love technology when it works, and boy, oh boy, when it's not working, I'm doing more than tearing my hair out. So it happens. Stacey will come on at another time. She's got some valuable leadership tools around how she started her business and things like that. So we'll schedule her back on later on in the year here. Go out there. Get really clear for your business. Take a look at what you're doing for marketing and selling yourself, because I'm a big marketing and selling. Those two go hand in hand. And this is Kim Boudreaux Smith. Lead Her Up is in Women on the Rise. Today is Thursday's Bold Biz Tips Thursday on the Bold radio station. Reach out to me, boldradiostation.com. If you are interested in being a guest, if you are interested in hosting your own radio show and you don't know where to begin, we provide a 5-star turnkey service for you. We're having a lot of fun here with this collaboration of group of women that are hosting their shows. It's become a family. Also, you can go to my other website at kimbsmith.com. I even have a third site from the book Bold is Beautiful that was launched December 20th, and we became a #1 international best-selling authors by that following Monday. Took a couple days, but boy, that's the power of collaboration. If you've never experienced that intense power of collaboration within a book and you would like to, it's a chapter that you commit to, and would love to talk to you more about it. Bold is Beautiful, Breakthrough to Business Strategies will be out on May 2nd. You can reach out and get in touch with me as well. So everyone, go out there, make it a great day for those of us who are just getting started on the west coast of the United States. And for those of us over in Europe who are a few hours ahead of us, winding down their day, hope you have a great evening. Everyone out there who's living in winter months, please stay warm, and we will see you back here Monday evening for Bold Mindful Mondays, inspiration, business inspirational tips that we talk about. So go have a great rest of your week and make it a great weekend. Thank you for joining me on the Bold radio station. Lead Her Up is in Women on the Rise. See you later.